Hey, I hope you're having a marvelous mix and match Monday. We have a mix masher. Now, this is not the older ones. This is the newer ones. I didn't even know these were out yet. I knew they were coming. But it was at a Target store out of town when I was visiting family. This is one of the ones I picked. I only picked one. I was going to try to get mine and review them together. Maybe I'll find mine later and review it. You can mix and match them. Now, one of the things I saw, this was a deluxe size one, so like $15, I think. I didn't really pay attention because I don't really care about Venom. I know some of you really do. I'm not one of those Venom fans. So I don't think I saw these guys. In the store, I do remember seeing Iron Man, which I always picked up instead of this guy. But something about this one screamed, get it instead. They had Spider-Man in it. I think I saw Miles Morales at the store I was at. And maybe a Captain America, but I don't know. There was less on the packaging as far as pictures than what I saw in the store. I think there was like a different wave that wasn't even on this box as far as I can tell. But if you want to see the information, there's some information at the bottom, all the legalese. Here is the SKU number in case you want to check it, scan it for your Target or your Walmart. These are $10.99 at the Target I was at. All right, let's get it out of the package and see what's hiding behind. So I see that purple thing, which I think is probably this. And we'll do a video later with comparing them to the originals. I just got to find them. I'm not going to go through this stuff. I just want to get this stuff out and play with it. It's a gorgeous day out here. So right off the bat, you got a plastic thing keeping his waist in. So right off the bat, you got to take it out like this. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit, give yourself some more room to see things. His leg is also being held on by another one. His arm was not. All right, so this is the empty shell, which we'll put in the recycling bin. Now, one of the things I noticed that right off the bat, in holding it in my hand, it feels smaller than the ones I remember. Maybe my hands grew really large since I last handled an older mix matcher. I remember getting them at the Toys R Us. So it was before the Toys R Us went out of business. Are these really bright booger green pegs? They're on all of them. They really stand out, and I don't know why they did that. Maybe it's to help people. Maybe it's to show you where to unplug things, because maybe it's like, here's a joint you can unplug, but you can't unplug it unless it's got, isn't it all the pieces? So deconstructing it, you can completely deconstruct it like this. So everywhere it's got one of these green joints, it deconstructs, it comes apart. Let's see, there is a right foot and a left foot, so you can't get them mixed up because of the way they got the angles. There's clearly a right hip and a left hip. The shoulders, trying to figure out if I would get mixed up and get the right arm and the left arm mixed up. Is there a distinguishing letter or something on it to say right and left? I don't know. I didn't take the left arm apart, so I mean, in theory, couldn't this go all the way back? Hold on. Hey, let's see how easy it is. There's the neighbor's dog barking. Okay, you can bend almost 90 degrees, but not quite. And going backwards, it goes just about as much. So I don't know. There's nothing on here that says right or left. And I can't really just look at it and tell. Maybe, if anything, it looks like, hold on. I don't know. I really, if I got these undone, I would know which one's which. I don't know if it matters though. Seems to actually been farther back. Let's look what he looks like fully constructed. And it does feel a lot smaller than the original ones, because I have the original one still. Let's see, where would one be at? Because I know one of them looked really cool and I kept it. I can't remember which one it is. Probably a Transformer one. Because once you get the little stubby legs, some of the Transformers, if you combine some of the thighs, like two thighs, they elongate to the right size. Just looking at this, I would guess this is the front, because you got your whatever muscle that is. I haven't studied muscles since I was in high school, and I think that was like 11th grade. All right, get this. And that was like back in the 80s, so I remember showing my my professor, my high school teacher. I was like, we were studying different muscles, and when we got to the arm group, I was like, "Where's that? Where's the muscle in your wrist?" He's like, "What muscle?" I said, "This one," and he's like, that's not on normal people. Is that?" He was like really perplexed because I have a muscle here that nobody else has, and then all the guys in my school, you know, I'm not going to go down this road, but started joking. "Oh, there's your certain muscle you do with certain things." Like, ha ha ha! I don't do that. But I do have an extra muscle right here, and it flexes. And I know you're like, "Why are we talking about this?" I don't know. But he was perplexed because he like, normal people don't have muscles like that. I'm like, "I guess I'm not normal." He's like, "I meant." It's like, it's okay. Because he was confused. I mean, like nobody else has a muscle right there, which I'm like, okay, well, I guess maybe I'm a mutant. I'm like, maybe it's the mutant that, maybe it's the muscle that helps me to, you know, get my claws out like Wolverine. All right, so they did make a Wolverine one of these, which I'm shocked, which I'm pretty sure I did have a Wolverine for the original ones. I like that ratchety sound, even though normally action figures like of humans don't make a ratchety sound. One thing I don't like is there's no joint to do, it's just a rotation like this. There's no armpit rotation, or armpit articulation. He's got something on the top here. Oh, now I know why. I thought this was actually going to be like take this off and make it into his arm, but you plug it into his arm. So I don't know what exactly this is. Maybe it was in the Wakanda Forever. I've never seen that. After the last Avengers movie, I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm sorry. The movie crap, I just can't take it anymore. But the green does really stick out on his hips big time. Now I guess you can get a Sharpie and fix that. So this is not an extra leg. It's just a leg energy thingy bob. Okay, I'm trying to get that plugged into that. Oh boy. There we go. I got it plugged in that time. Meh. I guess it's like an action feature. Like it makes it like he's swishing action. Like energy kick. All right, so let's get back to the articulation because we were going through it, and we got the head can look down this much, he can look up this much, and of course he can rotate it around 360 degrees. It is on a joint like that, of course. So if you want him to have an arm and header, you know. So I mean that's the silly part of this. You can do all kinds of crazy things. I just like the weird aesthetic to them. It's kind of like the G.I. Joe Sigma 6. They had that, I don't know how to explain it, like unnatural lines of where the muscles are. All right, so for his legs, let's get to his legs. Maybe put his arms up. So he can do a split sideways. His butt's preventing him from going too far back, but his forward can go pretty much the full 90 degrees. And his legs, close enough to 90 degrees. He's got a hole right here, which goes for this, but I bet you if you get like the Iron Man, you could probably put rockets on his feet. So is it worth $10.99? I think that's how much it cost. It was $10.99. I think so. I think it's a pretty cool figure. Oh crap, I'm outside and I didn't bring a ruler with me. I was going to measure him. He doesn't feel like a 6-inch figure, so what can I compare him to? Dang, I'm sorry. I didn't think about it. Here's the Simpsons. If you want to compare him to a 2.5-inch figure, I guess. I would say he's about 5 inches tall personally. That's just my hypothesis. I'll do another review with, if I find my other figures, or at least one other figure, and do a review with mixing and matching and see if they will mix and match with the original. I'm sure like there's already somebody out there doing this. I haven't seen a single review on this online, so when I saw them, I don't know when this is going to air, but when I saw them on, was it Monday? Monday at Target, I was like, oh, they're out. I thought they were coming out in the spring. That's cool. Yeah, I guess you can stick this on here too. There we go. Does he? Oh, he does have a hole in his back. Yes, because anytime I see a hole in the back, I'm thinking Micronauts. And then, of course, G.I. Joe used that hole in the back. That's why it bothered me that G.I. Joe Smith 6, they never used a hole in the back when they had things that definitely clearly could have used it. Then they have holes all over their arms, but not on their back, which I was completely confused by that. So pretty cool. So guys, what do you guys think? Is this something you're going to pick up? Are you going to pick up one of the other ones? If you got a chance to get all 8 on here, which ones would you pick up first? Because my next one would probably, if I get another one, would be Iron Man. Although if I mix the Green Hulk with him, I think that'd be cool. I don't know though. I'm always been, like, even as a kid, I thought Iron Man was the coolest action figure. I had the action figure of Mego of Iron Man, and then when they got the Secret Wars, that was one of the first ones I got after Wolverine, of course. And then Doctor Doom. I just like armored beings. Even in my mind right now, this is not a tight little metal. This is metal. I mean, in my mind, this is not spandex. In my mind, he is wearing an armor, like Iron Man type of armor. And wasn't he wearing that in the movie anyway? I don't know. I never watched Wakanda Forever or whatever. But hey, your comments are welcome. I really appreciate when you leave comments. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you're planning to get these for yourself, or if you're even, I suppose you can give them to kids. They show a kid on here playing with it, so I guess these could be given to kids. You just can't give them to a teardrop that's 0 to 3. So I wouldn't give them to a teardrop. So if you want to give them to your kids, I guess so, but I'd be afraid they'd swallow the pieces when they tear them apart. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to buy these for you or for your kids or your grandkids or whatever.